Welcome along, high above center ice here in Patterson Ice Arena. We're about 8 minutes away from puck drop between the Cougars and the Hawks-Huskies of Forest Hills Northern Eastern. My name is Reagan Cleaves, and I'm happy to bring you all the action tonight for this edition of Cougar Puck Radio. If you have missed any action this season, be sure to catch up with Cougars Rewind under the highlights and on the YouTube page. I would like to look at last night's game between the Cougars and Holland West Ottawa at Griff's Ice House West. Scoreless through the first, West Ottawa broke the tie on a power play, 150 into the second. The Cougars, however, would come back scoring 5 straight from 12:44 in the second to 1:36 in the third, taking a 5-1 lead. Those goals came courtesy of Grabowski, Holloman, Weirda, as well as Jake Onstadt, who had 2 in that span. Tommy Buis put one more past McClelland with 2:34 remaining in the third to bring the final score to 5-2 as the Cougars improved to 9-6-0. Now let's take a look ahead at tonight's matchup between the Cougars and the Hawks-Huskies. For the Cougars, this is the second of a back-to-back, and they look to replicate the success they had last night against West Ottawa, in which they won 69% of faceoffs and outshot the Panthers 25-12. Forest Hills enters tonight at 8-5-1, most recently extending their winning streak to 3 against the aforementioned West Ottawa Panthers on Wednesday, 2-1. This begins a 3-game homestand for them, and after this, they'll play Saline and Chelsea next weekend. Now we turn to the rosters for each team. For Catholic Central, we've got number 1, Lucas Chalfoun. Number 2, Zachary Stevens. Number 6, Alec Golombeski. Number 7, Harvey Holloman. Number 8, Ben Clay. Number 9, Nathan Rubline. Number 10, Kevin Patterson. Number 11, Connor Rollins. Number 12, Jake Onstadt. Number 13, Ryan Rollins. Number 15, Gabe Silva. Number 18, Danny Nelson. Number 19, Zach Grabowski. Number 21, Galen Byrne. Number 22, Trevor Rubline. Number 23, Hogan Weirda. Number 24, Case Bulk. Number 26, Kimball Sullivan. Number 28, Sam Shorking. Number 31, Brendan Shively. And number 41, Ryan McClellan. Cougars are coached by Mike Slobodnik, who is assisted by Dave Adams and Mike Binsky. Now we take a look at Forest Hills. Number 3, Ryan Enders. Number 4, Cameron Kane. Number 5, Hector Cumming. Number 6, Ludwig Tilley. Number 7, Noah Christensen. Number 8, August Brandinger. Number 9, Kyle Kramer. Number 10, Robert Janai. Number 11, Eli Howe. Number 12, Reed Almassian. Number 13, Cure Cumming. Number 14, Drew Schneider. Number 15, Gabriel Gunnison. Number 16, John Livingston. Number 17, Tyler Nicholson. Number 18, Ryan Schneider. Number 19, Noah Jacobs. Number 21, Ryan Almassian. Number 22, Tanner Smith. Number 24, Ryan Often. Number 29, Kyler Loudon. And number 31, Brendan Bogema. The Hawks-Huskies are coached by Tom Bissett, who is assisted by Alex Schlesinger, Dave Fouch, and Keelan Baker. Players to watch tonight are for the Cougars once again Jake Onstadt, who comes into tonight having only scored 7 goals on the campaign, but hands out the puck with 15 assists this year. For Forest Hills, listen for Cure Cumming, who has 4 goals and 6 assists, giving him 10 points on the season. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups for both teams and the national anthem here on Cougar Puck Radio.
hockey. Tonight, Forest Hills takes on Grand Rapids Catholic Central Cougars. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Cougars. On defense, number 10, Kevin Patterson. Number 23, Hogan Weirda. At forward, number 7, Harvey Howland. Number 12, Jake Onstad. Number 18, Danny Nelson. And in goal, number 1, Lucas Chalfoun. The Cougars are coached by Mike Sabino. And now for Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hockey, starting in defense, number 3, Kier Cumming. Also on defense, number 21, Ryan Almassian. At forward, number 3, Ryan Endress. Number 9, Kyle Kramer. Finishing the forward line, number 15, Gabriel Dennison. And starting in goal, number 31, Brendan Bogema. And the rest of Forest Hills, who are coached by Tom Bissett. Ladies and gentlemen, for now please rise. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor the mayor for the playing department as Jacob Sharp, a senior from Northern High School, sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of God?
Very nice job of the national anthem there by a Forest Hills Northern student. Let's look at the starting goaltenders tonight. Lucas Chalfoun getting the start for the Cougars. He comes in with a record of 1-1, save percentage of .886, and a goals against average of 2. Now we look ahead at the Forest Hills Northern Eastern goaltender, Braden Bogema. He's played in 8 games with a compiled record of 5-2, goals against average of 2, and a astounding save percentage of .939. Cougars will go from right to left on your radio dial here in the first period of play, wearing their road blue jerseys with white shoulders and white and yellow stripes on the bottom of the jersey, and the Hawks-Huskies will go from left to right wearing white jerseys with black silver trim, much resembling the Kings jerseys of the national hockey team. 17 minutes on the clock, and we are underway here in Patterson Ice Arena. Off the draw, number 13. Cumming will dump that down behind the net. Cougars control in the corner. That's Holloman when they're with Weird Up. Patterson comes out down the right wing. in his own zone. The Cougars dump that down. That will go far enough for icing as we have our first stoppage of play. Just 19 seconds in here. Draw will come to the right of Lucas Chalfoun, the sophomore, getting only his second start of the season. In for the draw, it's number 5, Cumming. Cougars come out with that with the puck. Patterson in the near corner puts that up to Holloman along the boards. Stolen by Forest Hills. That'll be number 3, Endres. Cougars steal that and dump that out. Forest Hills controls in their own end, but the Cougars steal that and dump that behind. Bogema out behind his net to play it. Down to number 9, Kramer. Kramer has the puck stolen by Grabowski and will dump that behind. Bogema once more to play it. Battle for that behind. Cumming couldn't get to that, and the Cougars gain control in the offensive zone. The puck squirts out into neutral ice. That'll be Golombeski to dump that out. Controlled by Forest Hills in their own end. Long stretch pass doesn't go, and Stevens picks up the puck. Well, Forest Hills takes that, dumps that in. Stevens can't handle the puck on the far side. Forest Hills across the ice to nobody in particular, but Cumming will pick that up across the ice to number 21, Almassian. Almassian will dump that up. That'll be Golombeski. Will circle around behind his net, pressured by Kane. They go to the boards. Battle for it. They're up the half wall, and here come the Cougars. That'll be number 8, Ben Clay. Ben Clay into the slot. Shot deflected wide. That'll be Sova in behind the net to play it for the Cougars. Picked up by Clay, who's tripped. May have been by Sova. But Sova picks up the puck on the near boards. Left wing corner. That'll be dumped around to the far side. Cougars can't keep that in, as Rubline will dump that around. Excuse me, that's Rollins. And the puck's on the back of the net. Forest Hills has to take that off. That's number 5, Hector Cumming. Draw to the picked up by the Cougars along the far boards. That'll be Rollins. Rollins up to Rubline. Rubline has shot well wide. And they'll dump that down. That will not go far enough for icing, as Cougars take that up on the near side. Big hit by Nelson on number 17, Nicholson, as the puck is wrapped around on the left wing boards. Will be put down behind. Rollins. Ryan Rollins has trouble controlling that as he's pressured by number 7, Christensen. Still battling for it there. 14 remaining here as that comes up to Janet at the point. Janai has it. Shoots on goal just wide of Chalfoun. And they battle for that along the side of the net. Centering pass to nobody in particular there. And that's Onstad. Onstad knocked off the puck, and Forest Hills has a chance here. That'll be number 15, Gunnison. Gunnison in on Chalfoun. Good saves there from the sharp angle shot, and we have a penalty coming up. Hooking is the call on number 9, Nathan Rubline, with 13:35 remaining here in the first period of play. Forest Hills has their first power play opportunity of the evening. Nathan Rubline off for 2 minutes, hooking. Draw to the right of Chalfoun, won by Forest Hills. They have it up to the right point. Long shot on goal, just wide, deflected wide off Chalfoun. Now number 13, Cumming will dump that down, back up to Cumming at the right point. Long shot on goal, wide of the net, and the Cougars Weirder wraps that around. Up the left point, long range slap shot, high stick, will be touched up along the near side, touched up by Forest Hills. So with 13:08 remaining, 1:34 left in the penalty to Rubline. Draw will come all the way down into the Forest Hills zone to the right of Bogema in the left wing circle. It'll be Nelson in for the draw for the Cougars. Off the tie-up, a shot by Nelson on goal, and that Puck is cleared out by Forest Hills into their own bench. That'll leave 1:29 on the penalty to Rube line. Draw to the left of Bogema this time. Draw won by the Cougars. That'll be taken by Forest Hills, though. They're across the line. Offsides is called as a falling Endres touched up the puck. The draw will go to the far side neutral dot of the Cougars. It'll be Nelson. It'll be Nelson in for the draw, won by the Cougars, and they'll dump that down. Bogema declines to go get the puck as number 12. Almayason picks up the puck, long stretch pass, picked up by Kane. Kane dishes it off to the near boards where number 17, Nicholson, has it. They have it on the left point. To the near circle, that's Howe. They battle for it. That squirts behind where number 4, Kane, will pick that up. Kane puts on the brakes, checked by a Cougar in the corner. Again, Kane has the puck. He's working it down the left wing corner. Cross ice pass to number 12, Almayason. Almayason, a long wrist shot, and they score. Almayason took it from the near point, and just like that, they fired it past Chalfoun through the 5-hole, and just like that, it is 1-0 Hawks-Huskies. That is a power play goal for the Hawks-Huskies as Almayason getting his first goal this season on Lucas Chalfoun. Now the Cougars racing for it. There is Rubline. Nathan Rubline behind the net. Assist goes to Nicholson and Cumming, Hector Cumming, to put 4:48 the call, the time of the goal. As now the Cougars, that'll be Rollins moving up the left wing, has the puck stolen, long stretch pass, and here comes number 15, Gunnison. Gunnison shoots and scores. Oh my goodness. Gunnison picked up the puck, got around the defense, walked into the left wing circle and fired it past sophomore Lucas Chalfoun, and just like that, 2 quick goals put the Hawks-Huskies up by 2. Nelson wanting an explanation on the goal across the way. 11:30 remaining here in the opening frame. Cougars trailing 2-0 off that recent goal by Gunnison. Number 4, Cameron Kane, gets the assist, and number 13, Pure Cumming. Cumming brothers both have an assist tonight as the Cougars dump that down. Number 16 will pick that up. Livingston, clearing attempt denied by the Cougars, but the Hawks-Huskies will come the other way. That's number 21, Almayason. Penalty coming to the Cougars as number 16 has the puck poked away, but they'll control in the corner. Bounce pass off the boards. That'll be picked up by number 7, Christensen. Christensen dances in the neutral zone. Gives it cross ice. Now up to Howe on the near side. Howe, they'll dump that in. The Cougars will touch up. And tripping is the call as for the second time this evening, the Hawks-Huskies will go on a power play. They're already 1 for 1 tonight. Shot from the point. That was Reed Almayason who... It's the first goal on the night. He's on the ice right now. Drawn to the left of Chalfoun. It'll be Grabowski in for the draw for the Cougars. Won by the Cougars, and Clay wrap that around. Kept in at the point by number 5, Hector Cumming. Hector Cumming, long-range shot, tipped on goal, and big save coming across was Chalfoun. Keeps the score at 2-0 as they pass that across. Hogan Weir gets the penalty for tripping as they have that on the left wing circle. A centering pass intended for Nicholson doesn't go, and that'll go down the ice. Clay in a race for the puck with Bogema way out of his net to play it. Up to the top of the right wing circle. As now Forest Hills will pick that up. They'll charge in. That'll be number 17, Nicholson. Nicholson into the slot. Picked up by Onstadt. Onstadt gives to Nelson. Nelson will chip that in. 9:45 remaining here in the first period of play. That'll be Almyerson. Reed Almyerson in the corner. Long stretch pass taken by number 11. Howen will dump that in. Rubline. Clearing attempt will go. 49 remaining here on the Hogan Weir, the penalty. Number 13 Cumming cuts through the neutral zone, loses the puck. He'll be offsides, picked up and touched as we have an offsides on Forest Hills. 9:10 remaining here. Forest Hills leading 2-0. Go-ahead goal right now is Reed Almyerson's first of the campaign. Draw won by the Cougars. Clearing attempt knocked down. Again, Patterson will chip that out. Number 13, Cure coming back to play it. Bogema will chip that out, and Forest Hills has a chance on the rush. Pass is almost intercepted as Ryan Almyerson will go back to play it in his own zone. He's across the line into the Cougar zone. Big check on the far side. Now a centering pass deflected to the near corner. Cougars will dump that down. That's number 11, Connor Rollins. Long slap pass intercepted by Schwerking. Gives to Stevens. Stevens off the boards. And Rollins will dump that once more behind Bogema, and he'll come out to play it. Shots on goal, 4-1 as the Cougars dump that in. Of course, in favor of Forest Hills thus far. Nelson will chip that in. Forest Hills will control. Long stretch pass to Tilley. Tilley battles for it along the far boards. Nelson hip check, and Golombeski will chip that behind. Number 21, Almyerson, to pick that up. Chipped out to Tilley. Tilley might have a chance here, but he's checked off the puck by Golombeski. Nice defensive work there. As Golombeski came back to deny Tilley the breakaway opportunity, is Bogema intercepted by Nelson, but Nelson's pass is once more intercepted, and he picks off once more. That'll be number 10 behind the net, Robert Janae. Janae stretch pass picked up by Clay, who's offsides. And now number 10, Janae. Janae will put that behind. That'll be Hogan Weir to pick that up. 7-17 is a pass on goal. Lucas Chalfoun had to be alert there as Clay bumped off the puck. A big hit there by number 4, Cameron Kane. As now they're coming back the other way. Number 16 puts on the brakes. Livingston fires a long-range shot high of Chalfoun. Now Schneider puts that down to number 16, Livingston. Livingston battle for it along the near side. He'll go into the right wing corner. Behind the net, Livingston. Livingston centering attempt, and a one-timer blocked away, and Clay has that. We'll feed that up. Cougars couldn't control. That was number 21, Galen Byrne. Chalfoun out of his net to play it. Backhands that. Tripped up by number 18, Snyder. No call coming. That'll be Nelson to chip that along. Pass almost intercepted by Forest Hills as they pick that up and shoot that in. Sova to play that along the near boards. That'll be Rollins to Weirda. Back to Rollins behind the net. Up to number 13, Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins can't get around the defense as they go along for that 6 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. Forest Hills leading 2-0 As now number 12, Elmyson. Reed Elmyson already has a goal tonight. The go-ahead goal is Weirda. Goes back into the left wing corner to play that. He'll chip that out. Forest Hills will play that all the way behind Lucas Chalfoun. They'll be picked up by Patterson. Patterson off the boards. Cougars to Onstad. Onstad is offsides. So with 5:34 remaining here in the first period of play, draw will come to the neutral dot near side of Forest Hills. Onstad in for the draw for the Cougars. Won by Forest Hills, number 15, Gunnison, who has the other goal tonight. The insurance goal as it stands. Golembeski behind the net. He'll chip that over to Stevens. Stevens tries to chip that off the boards and now go up and out of play into the Cougars bench across the way. 5:21 remaining. Hawks-Huskies leading the Cougars by 2. Reed Elmyson scoring his first goal of the campaign as a senior. Draw in the left wing circle, won by Forest Hills. They get a quick shot on Chalfoun. Pass, Nelson will chip that out. That'll be number 13, Cure, coming back in his own zone. Stretch pass picked off by Onstad. And number 27 is belted across the way. Nelson again hit by Christensen as they try to wrap that in. Cougars long stretch pass. That will go far enough for icing with 4:50 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars trailing 2-0. 4-1 the shots on goal in favor of Forest Hills. Draw to the right of Chalfoun, won by Forest Hills as a spin around shot blocked. As now the Cougars, Clay on the left wing, centering attempt. They're working battles for it there to Clay. Clay on the left wing circle, cross ice pass, that will be offsides as Weirda caught the puck out in the neutral zone and brought it back in. So we'll have another draw across the way. 4:29 remaining. It'll be Grabowski in for the draw across the way. Won by Forest Hills. They'll try to chip that out. Number 5, Cumming will chip that in on Chalfoun, who will cover with 4:22 remaining. That goal by Gunnison, his third of the year. Forest Hills distributes the scoring well as their top scorer has 4 goals. There's a shot and they score. That'll be number 5, Hector Cumming, and it is now 3-0. Hector Cumming off the draw, had it at the right wing point, flung it in and hit the post. Might have been at the elbow, and it is 3-0 Hawks-Huskies with 4:19 remaining here in the first period of play. That is their 6th shot on goal. Hector Cumming, that is his 3rd goal of the year.
Forest goal scorer number 5, Hector Cumming. Assisted by number 18, Ryan Snyder.
So Schneider gets the assist as a shot on goal. Gloved down and gobbled up by Chalfoun. Ryan Snyder, getting his 2nd assist of the year as the draw off that save by Chalfoun will come to the right left wing circle. Draw won by the Cougars. Grabowski to the near point, to the near side. Holloman gives that up, and now the Cougars offsides is the call as Nelson none too happy with that one. 3:55 remaining. correction on that third Forest Hills goal. It was scored by number 13, Cure Cumming, not Hector Cumming. So Cure Cumming getting his 5th goal of the season as a shot gobbled up by Bogema. Excuse me. They have actually changed that goal back to Hector Cumming, who got that 3rd goal. Sorry about the confusion there. Draw to the right of Bogema, won by the Cougars. Rollins will chip that down. Rubline. Battle for that along the far half wall. 3:34 remaining. 3-1 Forest Hills. Or 3-0 Forest Hills. Up at the point, Cougars had that wrist shot blocked. And now Byrne will have that in the corner, taken away by Nicholson. Nicholson kept in at the point by the Cougars as a block. Shot on goal blocked, and that will go all the way back into the Cougars zone, where Rubline will pick that up. He'll backhand that one. Now a centering attempt by Christensen. They battle for that behind the net. That'll be Nicholson. 2-on-2. Puck squirts free, and the Cougars will bounce it off the boards. 2:56 remaining. Forest Hills collects at neutral ice. They'll dump that into the left wing corner. Taken by Hogan Weirda. Weirda across the way. Long stretch pass was too far for Schwerking. As Forest Hills dumps that back in, that'll be Weirda once more to play it. Across the way to Patterson. Patterson plays the glass high. And now that'll be Schwerking. Schwerking up the right wing. He'll put that behind. Battled for it there. Come up with through the Cougars. That'll be Schwerking. Schwerking, a wrist shot tipped wide. That puck went skittering along the ice of the shot from Schwerking. And now the Cougars dump that back in. That goes up and out of play into the Forest Hills bench across the way. 2:13 remaining here. 3-0 Forest Hills. So that'll be Nelson in for the draw at center. Davenport's home rink is Patterson, so they have their logo at center ice. Draw. Long stretch pass tipped up into the Cougars bench across the way. 2:07 remaining. Draw again will come to center. It'll be Grabowski this time. Forest Hills in their own zone here. Off the wall. Poked out by the Cougars. Kramer along the near boards with Schwerking. Schwerking spins around. Stick lift by Kramer. And they'll dump that back in. That'll be number 15. He walks and fires a shot. That's Gunnison. Had an opportunity for a 2nd goal of the night. Now number 22 fires a long-range shot. That's Smith. Turned aside. Now number 15, Gunnison, puts that intercepted by Schwerking. Schwerking will dump that down. Not on goal, and that will go far enough for icing. 1:28 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars trailing the Huskies 3-0. Hawks-Huskies 3-0. Draw will come to the left of Chalfoun. One off the tie-up. Cougars have that along the near boards, and they'll chip that out. Race for the puck at neutral ice. Won by Forest Hills. That'll be Tilley. Has the puck taken away by Christensen. Christensen up the right point. Puts that down behind. That'll be number 17, Nicholson. Nicholson behind the net to Tilley. Ludwig Tilley tangled up behind the net. That'll squirt free to the right wing corner. Tilley there's 1 minute remaining as the Cougars manage to clear that out. Diving attempt by Sova. As Forest Hills has a chance to regroup, they're back up the ice. Nicholson, checked by Holloman. Snyder. 2-on-2 battle with Holloman as the puck squirts free. Weirda finds Rollins. Connor Rollins. Stretch pass picked up. 35 remaining here in the first period of play. Holloman has the puck picked off, and here they come the other way. That'll be number 5 coming. Ooh, big hit. Excuse me, on Gabriel Gunnison, as the Cougars defense upended him right at the top of the slot. And now in their own end, Forest Hills controls along the near boards. Number 9, Kramer will pick that up, as with 7 seconds remaining, Cougars might have one last rush. That'll be onside, has the puck poked away at the blue line, and Forest Hills comes up the other way, and that will do it for the first period of play. The Cougars, after one, trailing 3-0. When we come back, we'll have all the first period highlights here, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Patterson Ice Arena, where the Cougars trail the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks-Huskies 3-0. Forest Hills opened up the scoring at 4:48 of the first period. O'Myson gets the power play goal from Nicholson and Cumming. That was O'Myson's first goal of the season. Then the Huskies once more scored. Gunnarsson from Kane and Cure Cumming. Huskies goal once more came from Hector Cumming to make it 3-0. Assist went to Ryan Schneider. In that period, Cougars were not granted a power play, but Forest Hills was granted 2, and they went 1 for 2 on that power play, with that O'Myson goal being the go-ahead goal at the moment. Well, now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. At the end of 2, Grand Rapids Griffins leading the Belleville Senators 5-2. That game is at the end of the second. And in the NHL, the Detroit Red Wings playing the Minnesota Wild. We'll get a score on that in just a moment. Right now we'll take a look at the scores, the games also going around here in the OK Conference Roo. Tonight, Rockford plays Lakeland. That game was at 2. And then at noon, Granville played Traverse City West. Red Wings score right now. We'll get that for you in a second. Having technical difficulties. Here we go. It's 1-1 at the end of 1. That game started at 8. That'll wrap us up here for the first intermission report. When we come back in just about 8 minutes, we'll have all the second period action here on Cougar Puck Radio. here in Patterson Ice Arena, where the Catholic Central Cougars trail the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks-Huskies by 3 at the end of 1. The Cougars look to bounce back in their strongest period this season. They have scored 27 goals in the second period. Last night against West Ottawa, they scored 4 after letting up that first goal. Chalfoun back in net to my left. Cougars going left to right here. Blue jerseys, white shoulders, yellow and white trim. While the Hawks-Huskies will go from right to left in their white jerseys with black and silver trim. 17 minutes on the clock here. Goaltenders ready, and we are underway here in the second period of play. Shot directed in on Bogema, and we'll cover that for a whistle. 5 seconds have elapsed here in the second period. Draw to the left of Bogema. Grabowski will dig in there. Won by the Cougars. That's chipped to the far side. Schwerking checks a man on the far side, and they'll wrap that around to the near boards. Then it'll be Schwerking. Battle for it there. Puck taken away by number 12, O'Myerson. Puck taken by Forest Hills once more. 21, Ryan O'Myerson will dump that in. Weirdo will pick that up. Fire that in on Bogema. Up at the point, the Cougars have that. That'll be Clay. Knocked off the puck. And now number 13 coming. Long stretch pass picked off by the Cougars. But now number 15, Gunnison. Gunnison walks into the left wing circle. Go into the corners. We've got a penalty coming up. Weirda and Gunnison going at it behind the net. Getting a little rowdy here, Cougars. With 16:02 remaining. Penalty to both sides here. There'll be Gunnison and Schwerking off for coincidental minor penalties, I believe. Draw will come to the right of Chalfoun. Forest Hills leads 3-0. Draw won by the Cougars. They'll control behind the net. The clearing attempt blocked in the point, and they'll fire that on the goal. That'll go to the corner, however. Byrne along the near boards. Getting in there with Cameron Kane. Puck will come up. Number 5 off the glove of Chalfoun. That shot came courtesy of Hector Cumming. Now they put that into the right wing circle of the Cougars zone. Here comes Grabowski. Nelson up the wing. Nelson cutting into the circle. Doesn't get a shot off. And it's gobbled up by Bogema. 15:25 remaining here in the second period of play. 7-3 shots in favor of Forest Hills. It'll be Sova in for the draw, won by the Cougars. And Sova has a shot. Ripped it wide. And now Forest Hills. Puck knocked away by Onstadt. And now Rollins. Rollins fanned on the puck.
At the 15-second mark of the second period, once another minor penalties.
Battle for that in the corner.
Number 23, Weirdo.
Battle for the line on the near boards. Cougars fire that in.
Forest Hills, number 15.
Now Sova walks into the left wing circle, controls, loses the puck, but regains possession. Battle for it there, and that'll come out to Ludwig Tilley. Up to Christensen. Christensen into the circle, fires a shot, glove down by Chalfoun. Coincidental minor penalties. as Onstadt is back on the ice. Skate blade problem for Onstadt. So he came back on. Ready to go. He'll go to the bench across the way. Draw one by Cougars. Rubline with the puck. Stretch pass picked off by Cumming. That comes to the near side. Grabowski gets the puck. Pulls up in the corner. He has it there along the boards. Gives that to Schwerking. Schwerking can't handle the puck. As Forrest Hills picks it up. Kept in by Patterson to the point. Will put that to the far corner. Wrapped around once more. Forrest Hills picks it up. Afton check to the boards. They battle for that. Smith comes up with the puck. He'll chip that down. Kept in the Cougars' possession by Patterson, who gave it up to Clay. Clay loses the puck. And now Afton will lose the puck. Cougars control. Grabowski to Patterson, who will chip that in. Grabowski once more. Back to Schwerking. Schwerking has the puck. Drop pass to Clay. That's Golombeski. Golombeski tries the drop pass. Doesn't work. And now number 9, Kramer, will have it. Stolen by the Cougars. Picked up by Forrest Hills. That'll be Afton. Afton reaches the red line. Dumps it in. No icing there. Chalfoun holds it behind his net. Stretch pass to Byrne. Byrne couldn't handle that. There's number 21, Ryan Almayeson. Wraps that off the board to number 14, Snyder. Snyder checked along the boards. No call forthcoming as Nelson can't handle the puck. Cougars buzzing here. Nelson pinned along the boards. Come up with the puck. Do the Cougars. They chip that up the board to number 6, Golombeski, who fires a shot. That will go down to Stevens. Stevens to Nelson. Nelson touch pass to Byrne. Wouldn't go. Offsides delayed here for Forest Hills as the Cougars regroup in their own end. Long stretch pass. That will go all the way down. Tipped. No ice. 12:44 remaining here. 3-0. Forest Hills lead. Now turnover in the offensive zone for the Cougars and Golombeski fires a shot just wide. Now that will be controlled by the Cougars along the far boards. They walk up along the slot. That'll be Nelson. Nelson, touch pass to Stevens. Stevens, a slap shot on goal. That fluttered wide. Now the Cougars control. That'll be Onstadt. Onstadt along the far boards. Battled for it there. Come up to Patterson to the point. Patterson, a shot gloved down by Bogoma. Cougars' 4th shot of the game. 12-12 remaining here in the second period of play. 8-3 the shots on goal here, led by the Forest Hills team. Draw one by Forest Hills as they battle for that 2-on-2. Onstadt came over the puck but lost it to number 5. Coming, tripped and fell, and that puck will float in. Picked up by number 12, Reed Almayeson. Long stretch pass that will go all the way down the ice. Far enough for icing. 11:46 remaining. In the second period, Cougars trailing the Forest Hills Hawks-Huskies by 3. Draw will come to the left of Bogoma. In for the draw will be Sova for the Cougars. Draw one by Forest Hills. Hector Cumming whistles that up at the line. A shot turned aside in front. And now Forest Hills comes back the other way. A big hit by Rollins is now number 15. A shot. That was Gunnison. Now the Cougars come back the other way on the rush. Rubline will just dump that in. Gunnison looking to cherry pick, but covered by Rubline. That'll be Gunnison. Picks it up the line, gives it to Endress. Endress turns over the puck to Weirda. Weirda stretch pass to Rollins. Didn't go. As now number 3, Endress. Enders taken by the Cougars. They'll look to chip that up off the boards, but they battle for that along the near side. 10:46 remaining. 10:56, excuse me. Here in the second period of play, they still battling for it in the left wing corner. 2-on-2. Number 7, Christensen comes up with a puck. Cross-ice attempt picked up by Schwerking. Schwerking attempted, loses the puck at center. Cougars will chip that in. To the right of Bogomar, picked up by number 12, O'Myson. It's a boarding call coming here. Bogomar vacates the net, and Weirda knocks down number 17, Nicholson, as we have an injured Forest Hills player in the corner. That was Ben Clay, who delivered the hit in the right wing corner to the left of Bogomar. Number 12, Reed O'Myson, a little bit shaken up on the play. Referee's having a conference over what it's going to be. 10-22 shots favor the Hawks-Huskies, 9-3. Five-minute major on Ben Clay. Referee discussing with Slobodnik of the Cougars bench across the ice. Meanwhile, the draw will come to the left of Chalfoun. Right of Chalfoun. Number 15, Gabriel Gunnison in for the draw. As it'll be 5-on-4 for the next 5 minutes. Draw to the right of Chalfoun. Blown dead. Forest Hills. Gunnison called out. Now it'll be number 3. Ryan Ender is in for the draw. One back to number 5. A long-range shot gloved down by Chalfoun. Hector Cumming delivering the shot. 5 seconds elapsed on the penalty. It'll be Gunnison in for the draw once more. Up to Hector Cumming. Hector Cumming dumps that in. To the left wing corner. Battle for it there. Taken up at the point. Cougars.
5-minute major for checking from behind and attempted misconduct.
So Ben Clay gets the 10-minute misconduct and the 5-minute major. I believe the major is all you can eat. So if the Forest Hills scores, they get to still be on the power play as Gunnison circles around in his own end, pressured closely by Nelson, who comes up, Rollins, who comes up with the puck, dishes it back into the Cougar zone, stretch past to Rollins, that deflects up and out of play. Draw will come out to neutral ice. 4:05 remaining on the major. To Clay. Checking from behind was the call. 10-3 shots favor the Forest Hills Hawks-Huskies. Over number 17, Nicholson in for the draw. Won by the Cougars at center. They'll dump that in on Bogomar. He'll leave that for number 13, Cumming. Up to Nicholson. Nicholson, centering pass. They're into the zone. That'll be number 21, O'Myson. He circles around the net. And now he's at the right wing point. Long range shot tipped just wide by a Cougar stick in front. They battle for it. There comes up the number 17, Nicholson. Nicholson up to 13. Cumming down to O'Myson. O'Myson a shot. And that is cleared by the Cougars with 3:29 remaining on the major. To Clay. Up to number 15, Gunnison. Gunnison across the line. He's into the left wing circle, circles around, up at the middle of the point now. Tom Myason. Oh, Myason down the left wing into the circle. He cuts behind the net. Centering pass taken by number 15, Gunnison, and they in front, and they score. I believe that was number 17, Tyler Nicholson. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is now 4-0 as Nicholson walked down the left wing, cut into the circle, and fired it across the way, a centering pass, and it was tipped, and it was directed in. And it is 4-0 Hawks-Huskies. Draw it center, won by the Cougars. Still on the penalty kill. Nicholson.
Assisted by number 15, Gabriel Medicine, and number 21, Brian Almassian.
So now rushing up the way, 3-on-2. Myason circles around, loses the puck. Cougars give that up. That'll be Nelson. Drop pass. They're rushing up the wing. Centering pass to Onstadt. Onstadt. Battle forward in the corner. Student section blocking my view as they battle for that, still in the corner. 7:43 remaining. 2:20 on the major. Penalty coming up. Not sure who it's on. Tripping is the call. And it looks to be on Jake Onstadt. 2 minutes for tripping. That will leave the Cougars down 2 men for the next 2 minutes. And once that penalty is over to Onstadt, there will be 17 remaining on the major 2. Ben Clay is off the draw. The Cougars rifle that around as a penalty coming up to Forest Hills. Roughing. And a cross check to number 7, Noah Christensen. So that will make it 4-on-3. Much like the AHL's overtime. So it'll be 4-on-3 for the next 1:56, and then it'll be 4-on-4 for another 12 as they come up with the penalty. That'll go into the corner. Nelson battling for it there with Hector coming. That'll be Nelson to play the puck in his own zone. He'll chip that out to Silva. Silva couldn't reach that. As now coming. Puck will go behind Bogoma. As now Forest Hills up the other way. That'll be number 17, Nicholson. Nicholson into the corner and behind the net. Going from left to right. He has it up. Gives to coming at the point. A shot blocked in front, and the Cougars give that away. Number 10 walks and fires a shot, blockered away. That was Hector coming with the shot. Big save there by Lucas Chalfoun, and here come the Cougars the other way. That'll be Grabowski. Grabowski in, shoots, gloves down, and a second opportunity by Nelson. Denied. Now that'll be Grabowski. Grabowski gives cross ice one-timer. Deflected wide. 48 remaining on the minor to Onstadt is number 17 finds coming across the way. Shoots, saved by Chalfoun, and the rebound directed by 33 remaining as they shoot. There was a phantom whistle as the Cougars clearing attempt. Denied, and the Cougars will chip that in. 20 seconds remaining on the minor Onstadt. Bogoma behind the net, leaves it for Gunnison. Gunnison has it. 4-on-3 for the next 8 seconds. Gunnison in on Chalfoun. Made the save from the side of the net. Up at the point now, Myason will fire that in. Onstadt out of the box. And number 7, Christensen out of the box. And 8 seconds on the major to Benjamin Clay as Onstadt will touch that up for icing. Then go all the way back in the Cougar zone. 3 seconds remaining on the major to Ben Clay. Remember, he is still out for the 10-minute misconduct. Tacked on there. As it's 4-0 here, favor of the Huskies. Draw will come to the right of Chalfoun. Won by Forest Hills as Smith will chip that down into the corner. That'll be Patterson as the Cougars return to full strength. Near side to three. Three shoots. That is Enders. And now the Cougars come back up the other way. That'll be Nelson. Nelson down the right wing. Pulls up it along the circle. Gives it cross ice. Shoots and just high the net. Was Onstadt on that shot. Now Patterson gives down to Nelson. Nelson can't find it in his skates along the hash marks. Along the wall. No, that'll be Nelson. Nelson gives cross ice. Now a long shot blocked in front. And Forest Hills might have an opportunity here as Gunnison. Gunnison trying to get around Patterson as a diving attempt made by Gunnison to shoot. And a penalty coming up. Cross check is the call. 4:34 remaining. Here, that call on Forest Hills. That'll be Gunnison to go off, giving the Cougars their second power play of the afternoon. Previous one was very short, about a couple seconds. The overlapping time from those two penalties. To the draw to the left of Bogemont. It'll be Onstadt in for the draw. Onstadt in for the draw. To the left of Bogemont, won by Forest Hills, and they'll rifle that down. Not kept in by Nelson. And now number 16, Livingston, has a chance. Livingston into the circle blocker down along the side of the net. Now the Cougars come back. Long stretch pass to Onstadt. Onstadt gets around. Coming. Now number 10, Janae will fire that. Kept in at the point by Weirda across the way. Cougars back up to Weird at the point. He long wrister shot just wide of Bogemont's net. As now number 7, Christensen will dump that down. 1:23 remaining on the power play for the Cougars. Nelson has the puck stripped by Howe. Howe shoots. Big save there by Chalfoun. Now across the ice. That looks to be Onstadt. Onstadt, stretch pass. Now it's Onstadt. Onstadt into the circle. Pulls up behind the net. Still looking for a pass. Cross ice to Nelson. Nelson fires a shot. Big glove save by Bogemont. Is now Nelson. A turnaround shot saved. As that one deflected off to the side. Up to Nelson at the point. Nelson. Long shot save by Bogemont. 41 remaining on the power play. Now work its way up to Nelson. Nelson, a one-timer, hits somebody in front. Now Onstadt up to Weirda. Weirda, wrister shot just wide on the side of the net. Grabowski couldn't handle it. 27 remaining. Nelson at the point, walks into the right wing circle, fires a shot blocked in front, and now Nelson regains. 18 remaining. Nelson down to the right, down to the left wing corner, back up to Weirda at the point. Weirda holding there, looks, fires a shot along the ice, and that will be cleared off the glass, and that will just about do it for the power play. Is now number 4, Cameron Kane. We'll dump that in. Forest Hills returns to full strength. Still 4-0 in favor of Forest Hills here. Off the boards. That will come all the way down. Now Myasin out to play it. Sova. Sova takes the puck, walks in, has the puck poked away. That'll be taken away by Hector Cumming. Forest Hills will move up the wing. That'll be Christensen. Christensen, 2:05 remaining here in the second frame. Myasin gets to the puck before Rollins could. Now the Cougars look to clear that at center. Back into the zone. Cougars regroup. Nelson pass picked off by Nicholson. Nelson hurt shot save. And now Onstadt controls, gives it to Nelson. Nelson a bit shaky. There's a long shot blocked by Weirda. 1:38 remaining. Forest Hills will regroup at center. Around the Davenport logo, they'll dump that in. That's number 15, Gunnison. Weirda controls in the left wing corner. We'll chip that up. Almisen at the point. Almisen walks in the left wing circle, fires a shot through traffic blocked. 1:18 remaining as the Cougars pick up the puck at center. It's working, couldn't get to that. As Almisen falls down and Rollins couldn't pick up the puck cleanly as Stevens gives far side. Cougars will wrap that around. 1:04 remaining here in the second period of play. That'll go all the way down, far enough for icing. So that will come back. Draw will come off that to the left of Bogema, while the players are congregating on the wrong side of the ice. 4-0 score and shots 18-8, both in favor of Forest Hills. Onstadt in for the draw. Off the glass, Cougars control. That will be given far corner. Sova battles for it there, taken by Endres. Endres kept in at the point by Cougars. A long shot just wide. And now Golombeski will try to chip that down. Holloman gives to Onstadt. Onstadt gives to Holloman in front. Couldn't handle the bouncing puck as they still battle for it in the slot. There's a shot just rifled wide. That'll be Golombeski to put that behind. 27 remaining. Holloman up to the slot to Golombeski. Golombeski tries to chip that down. Blocked by Kramer. Offsides. Delayed there as the Cougars couldn't touch up the puck. Now Holloman has the puck stripped from him. That'll be Gunnison. Gunnison gets around into the circle. Circles around. Pass up to Snyder. Couldn't go, and that will do it for the second period of play. As the Hawks-Huskies add one more in that period to make it 4-0. When we come back, we'll have second period stats for you, as well as a final look at the out-of-town scoreboard during the game. We'll, of course, have one after. You're listening to Cougar Puck Radio Welcome back, Radio Ringside, here in Patterson Ice Arena, where the Catholic Central Cougars currently trail the Hawks-Huskies 4-0. Only goal in that period was scored by Nicholson. No assists on that. That made it 4-0. Nicholson's second goal of the season. 5-minute major assessed in that period to Benjamin Clay. That Forest Hills went 1 for 2 on the power play, including a goal during that 5-minute major. CC, on the other hand, went 0 for 2. So, Lucas Chalfoun has made 14 saves on 18 shots, while Bogema has turned away all 8 shots the Cougars have thrown at him. So now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Griffins still leading the Belleville Senators 5-2, 5:16 remaining in the third at Van Andel Arena in that one. And in the National Hockey League, the Detroit Red Wings up on top 3-2 over the Wild, still in the second. 2:45 remaining in that one. No other Catholic Central Cougars events tonight, as the only game is this one that you're listening to right now. So, when we come back, we will have all the action of the third period. Hopefully something good will come of it for the Cougars. You're listening to Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Patterson Ice Arena, as we are just about set for third period action here. At center, Lee Grabowski in for the draw for the Cougars. 17 minutes on the clock, and we are underway here for the final frame. Ben Clay still serving that 10-minute misconduct as that's put in behind Bogema, as they Cougars dump that into the left wing corner. Picked up by Forest Hills. Clearing attempt nullified by Patterson. Good keep there as Grabowski puts that down to Byrne. Byrne gives it to Grabowski, whose stick is lifted, and here comes Forest Hills up the right wing. Pass picked off by Hogan Weirda. Will take a lap behind his own net. Hogan Weirda. Stretch pass hit Byrne as they're in offsides. Pass picked off. Forest Hills coming off sides. 16-17 remaining. Shots and goals favor Huskies. 4-0 in the goals, 18-8 in shots. Draw at center, won by the Cougars. Fan on the pass did Rubline. Now coming out of it, Forest Hills will turn around and fire that. That'll be Rubline on the near side. Gives cross ice. Taken by number 11, Janae. Cougars control. Onstadt takes the pass from Nelson. He'll move in. Checked off the puck as Onstadt. Oh, a shot deflected off and went tumbling on top of the net as they battle in the left wing corner now. 15:36 remaining. Puck will go up and out of play. 15:35 remaining. Cougars going right to left in this period, wearing blue jerseys, while the Hawks-Huskies will go left to right wearing white jerseys. Draw at center, won by the Hawks-Huskies, and they'll move that in. Stevens circles around, stretch pass, picked off, but the Cougars regain. That'll be number 11, Rollins. Chip that in. Cougars take over. Sova into the circle. Taken down, no call. Taken down, excuse me. There will be a penalty coming up. 15:15 remaining. It'll be a hooking call on number 3, Ryan Endress. Draw will come to the right of Bogeman. Cougars 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Look to make it 3 and get on the board. Back up to Weirda at the point, off the draw. Feathers that down, taken by Onstadt. Onstadt centering pass doesn't go. That'll be Nelson across the way. Puts that behind the net. That'll go all the way across. Christensen will pick that up and fire that down. Chalfoun out of his net to play it to Weirda. Weirda will hold behind the net. Taken, and the Cougars cross ice pass to Nelson. Nelson breaking in. Looks and holds, fires a shot on goal. That'll wrap around, kept in by Weirda at the point. We'll feather that down to Grabowski. Grabowski to Onstadt. Onstadt gives it to Schwerking, back to Onstadt. Onstadt up to Weirda. Weirda cross ice. Well, feeds that to Schwerking, who couldn't handle that, and Forest Hills will fire that down. Chalfoun out of his net to play that. That'll be Nelson moving up the wing. Gives it to Grabowski. Grabowski in, couldn't handle it. A shot in the right wing circle. Turned aside in front. 14 minutes remaining. 44 on the penalty to Andrus. Cougars battle for that. They walk in front. That is eventually cleared up the boards. Kept in at the point by Nelson. Nelson walking the line. Gives it down. Shot saved. Rebound late in the slot for a second, but the Cougars pick it up. That'll be Onstadt. Onstadt gives up to Golombeski. Golombeski, a shot deflected up and out of play. 18 remaining on the penalty to Endress. Drawing off that deflection up and out of play will come to the left of Bogema. Bogema has made 10 saves. Shut the doors thus far. 4-0. Hawks-Huskies lead. Draw won by Gabe Silva. Cougars control at the point. Near side Rubline. Up to Patterson. Patterson open in the slot. Fires a shot to bouncing puck. Turned aside by Bogema. 6 seconds remaining on the power play. They battle for that along the boards, and the Forest Hills is back to full strength. Cougars go 0 for 3 on the power play. That'll be Kier Cumming to wrap that up. Hold behind the net is Hector Cumming. Cougars put that back in. Nathan Rubline. Now number 12, Almassian, excuse me. Behind the net, they battle for it. They're taken by Onstadt. Onstadt leads a 3-on-2 the other way. Onstadt up the right wing. Gives centering pass, deflected. Doesn't go. Onstadt knocked down. Forest Hills picks it up. And here they come down the left wing. That'll be number 13, Kier Cumming. Winds up, fires a shot, blocked right away by Chalfoun. He tried to knock that down in front. Now a centering pass. Tilly couldn't get to that, and he shoots. And it's into the paraphernalia of Chalfoun. 12:20 remaining. Forest Hills doubling up the Cougars on shots, 20-10. Draw will come to the left of Chalfoun. It'll be number 17, Nicholson in for the draw. Won by Forest Hills. Tilly has the puck taken away. Hallman gives up to Nelson. Nelson down the wing. He cuts in on goal. Scores! Oh my goodness! Nelson picked up the puck. Went from blue line all the way in. Cut in. Protected the puck through the circle and put it past Bogema. And it is now 4-1 as the Cougars get on the board. What a great play by Nelson to fend off the defender as he cut in and put it on the right side of the cage past a sprawling Bogema, and it is now 4-1. Update on the Grand Rapids score. Just gone final. Grand Rapids beats Belleville in the weekend series 5-2. They lost one last night 3-2 in a shootout. 4-3 in a shootout. Now Cougars have it in the slot. A shot just narrowly wide. That came courtesy of Schwerking. Now they play that in the corner behind the net. Forest Hills holds there. Pass up the wing. Here they come. That'll be Gunnison. Falls down.
Danny Nelson, assistant by number 13, Ryan Rollins.
Rollins and Holloman get the assist on the goal as that's back into the Forest Hills zone. Number 11, Eli Howe. Can't handle that, and Weird will retreat into his own zone to Patterson. Patterson across the way will chip that in. Not on Bogema. 11-12 remaining here. Cougars trail 4-1. 20-11, the shots on goal in favor of Forest Hills. Now 10, Jedi will clear an attempt blocked, and now Gunnison will be back. He'll clear that off the boards. Hit the linesman. He has to get out of the way as we have a battle. Silva comes out of the puck with the puck. Or comes out of the scrum with the puck, and fires a shot on goal. Glove down by Bogema. 10:46 remaining here in the third period of play. 20-12, the shots on goal in favor of the Forest Hills Hawks-Huskies. Now Stevens Rubline will dump that in behind the net off the draw. Byrne tangled up, and here come Forest Hills the other way. Golombeski knocked off the puck by Hector Cumming. Cougars control Rubline. Rubline pass intended for Byrne, picked off, and here comes Forest Hills the other way. They'll backhand that in on Chalfoun, who will scoop it up and cover with 10:18 remaining here in the third. Cougars trailing 4-1. Draw will come to the left of Chalfoun. Gunnison in for the draw, one back to Almassian. Almassian to the right point with a long-range shot go. Blocked in front. Holloman, a crunching hit on Gunnison as the Cougars come out with the puck picked off. Long shot on goal turned aside by Chalfoun with 10:01 remaining. 4-1. Hawks-Huskies lead. Draw to the right of Chalfoun, won by Gunnison as a quick shot high of the net. And now Holloman, cross ice pass to Nelson. Nelson in, shoots. And that one is gobbled up by Bogema. Grabowski had that shot, not Nelson. Grabowski will dig in for the Cougars. His opponent will be Cameron Kane. Won by the Cougars, Schwerking. Schwerking dishes that up across the ice. Rubline a shot. That trickled through. Now Forest Hills will clear that out. Grabowski looking to come back in with Schwerking. Centering pass to Schwerking. Fended off. And now the Rubline will control at center. We'll dump that in. Number 13, Cure coming back to play it. We'll dump that off. Puck picked off by Nelson. Nelson fires a shot. Low shot, gloves down by Bogema, who was in the butterfly there. 9:16 remaining. 22-14 shots favor Forest Hills. They'll come to the right of Bogema. Chalfoun tonight is stopped 18-22. Off the tie-up. Weird at the point. Shot wide of the net. That'll be number 9, Kramer. Kramer, long stretch pass, picked off. Here comes a shot on goal, just narrowly wide. That looked to come courtesy of Onstad. Onstad had a good opportunity as he picked off a pass in the neutral zone. Shot just narrowly wide of Bogema's cage. Now, Christensen couldn't handle the puck, and here come the Cougars the other way. That'll be number 13, Rollins. Rollins gives centering pass to Weirda. Weirda in the left wing circle fires a shot just wide. Now Nelson will pick up on the far side. Nelson, near side. Shot saved. That was Onstadt as the puck will go high stick. Coming. That'll be a penalty on Forest Hills, so the Cougars will head to their 4th power play of the evening. Gone 0 for 3 thus far. Onstadt will dig in for the draw in the right wing circle. Draw won by the Cougars. They have that at the point. Now down to the far half wall. They've chipped that behind. That looks to be Nelson. Now they have it up the point. Weirda. Weirda down to Onstadt. Onstadt fended off the puck. And Forest Hills will clear that the length of the ice. Right in on Chalfoun. Gets up. Gives a pass to Nelson. Nelson regrouping in his own zone here on the power play. 1:33 remaining. The Cougars rifle that in. Bogema out of his net to play it. Play off of that 10-minute misconduct will challenge, and they will clear that down the length of the ice. Chalfoun once more out of his net to give it to Nelson. Nelson now up the left wing. Gives it in. Here's Clay. Clay had his stick lifted. Scramble on the near side right in front. Bogema had to get back from left to right. Big save there. 1:08 remaining on the penalty to Noah Jacobs for high sticking. Draw to the right of Bogema. It'll be Sova in for the Cougars. Won by the Cougars. Rubline has that working a long-range shot. Scramble in front. Big, juicy rebound there by Bogema. Is now a race for the puck. Patterson back to get it for the Cougars. Sova has that up to Schwerking. Schwerking cuts down the right wing. Centering pass deflects to the near corner. Number 5, Hector Cumming to control that. That'll squirt free. Up to Rubline at the point. Rubline left point. Gives it down the left wing circle. Sova lost the puck, and they'll clear that down with 26 seconds remaining here on the power play. Number 9, Rubline gives it to Sova in the corner. 16 on the power play. Looks like the Cougars, if they don't get a rush up the other ice, up the other way, will go 0 for 4 tonight on the power play thus far as Rubline goes off the skate. And now Rollins will fire that one around. Bogema out of his net to play that give to Onside. Onside, a quick shot blocked by number 5, Hector Cumming. 6:22 remaining. Cougars trail 4-1 as a puck laid in the circle for a bit. Pounced on by Hawks-Huskies. Now number 8 fires a shot just high. That's Brendinger. They come up with that on the far wing. Not Onstad. Onstad, the right-handed shot. Lost the puck. Cougar taken down on the way to the boards. That was Nelson. No call. Looked like that might have been maybe a holding. Cougars controlling the near side. That's Nelson. Nelson down to Onstad. Return to Nelson. Nelson in the slot, taken away by Forest Hills, and they're banked that off the boards. Cougars control at center. Golembeski. Cross-ice pass. Return to Golembeski. Too many men. Almost for Forest Hills. Nelson circles in his own end. Pass up to Schwerking, who is tied up by Howe. Cougars regain in neutral ice. Nelson to Schwerking. Schwerking across to Golembeski. Golembeski works into the slot, bumped off the puck, and Forest Hills regains control. That's number 16, Livingston. Big hit on the far side. Delayed offsides. As Forest Hills comes up the right wing. Big hit by Holloman on Livingston. No penalty as Livingston went into the boards. Now Holloman pass to nobody in particular. Number 13, Greer Cumming will come back to play it. Number 11, Eli Howe will chip that in. Lucas Chalfoun way out of his net. Very, very quick whistle there. As Chalfoun looked like he had it but didn't. He didn't even have it for a second before the whistle blew, and it squirted free, and Cameron Kane picked up the puck. If the whistle hadn't blown, it would be 5-1. Draw to the left up to the right of Chalfoun. 23-17. Shots favor Forest Hills. Cougars win the draw. Chip that in. Can't get past Tanner Smith, though. That'll be number 18, Snyder. Loses the puck. That'll go all the way back behind Bogema. Out of his net to play it. Forest Hills has it there. Challenge taken away by the Cougars, but Forest Hills regains. Patterson looks to put that into the zone of Forest Hills. Number 12, Almayason gives that up to number 18, Snyder. Snyder crunched along the boards. Players go tumbling in the right wing circle as the puck's cleared out to neutral ice. Afton had a touch pass into the Cougars zone. Cougars gain control. Nelson has the puck in his skates. Loses it. Looks to regain. Forest Hills clears that out. Delayed offsides on the Cougars. Now number 9. Kramer in and scores. Long stretch pass, and that makes it 5-1. Kramer picked it up in the blue line. Walked in and fired it past the glove hand side. Top shelf where the peanut butter is stored. And just like that, it is 5-1. That is their 24th shot on goal tonight. .339, that will virtually put it away, barring a miraculous comeback by the Cougars. Nelson trips up Kramer off the draw. No penalty forthcoming now. Onstad. Onstad in, gives it to Nelson. Nelson down to Onstad, can't go. Kramer. Assist went to Gunnison on that goal. Kramer from Gunnison. 13-21. Now the Cougars move that up. That's Nelson. Nelson across the line. Down the right wing circle. That'll go up and out of play into the netting left wing corner. 5-1. Hawks-Huskies leading the Cougars here. Draw at neutral ice. That'll be Golombeski in for the draw. As Forest Hills didn't have enough men on the ice. Excuse me, that's Gorbowski. In for the draw, Weirda. We'll chip that down behind Bogema. Out of his net to leave that for Janae. Battle for that along the near boards. Forest Hills comes out of that alive, and they'll dump that down. Weirda back to play that with Cumming. Check to the boards is Weirda. Battle for that 2-on-2. Taken by number 4, Kane. Kane battle for that with Weirda. Still 2-on-2. Battling for it there. Student section for the Cougars is vacated. Basically after that 5th goal. Kane still battling for it in the far corner this time. As Weirda can't handle the pass. Now Cumming, slap shot, save. Rebound late in the crease for a second, 2:16 remaining. The long pass, that'll go off the glass, and that will go just far enough for icing before the Cougars could touch up. That was Sam Schwerking. Couldn't get to the puck in time. 2:09 remaining. Shots in favor of Forest Hills, 25-17. Number 18, Snyder in for the draw. One back to the point. They'll feed that in behind the net. They battle for it there. 2-on-2. Forest Hills comes up with it. They take that in the corner. That'll go behind the net to Weirda. Weirda picks it up for the Cougars. Puts on the brakes. Kicks it down into the corner where Golombeski has it. Tripped up by the skate of a Forest Hills player. That put that up to Almyerson, who couldn't handle it, and it's a race for the puck. Bogum out of his net to play it. 1:35 remaining here in the final frame. That will be on the near side. Afton has the puck taken away now. Almyerson has it at the point. Long wrist shot saved by Chalfoun, and a scramble in front. He covers. 1:22 remaining. That's the 26th shot on goal for Forest Hills. Draw will come to the left of Lucas Chalfoun. Cougars only amassing 17 shots on the night. Draw. Won by the Cougars. They'll pump that out. Nelson might have a chance on Bogema. Shoots. Centering pass, and they score! That'll make it 5-2. He got the goal. Ben Clay. Ben Clay gets the goal there as a cross-ice pass from Nelson on the breakaway makes it 5-2. Cougars at least able to get one more by Bogema here. Looks a lot like the score we had last night, except flipped for the home squad. They'll dump that in. That'll be Cure coming and last minute of play. Here's Onstop, picks it up. Ben Clay gets the goal with assist from Danny Nelson. Now Onstad into the slot, has it poked away. Now a shot saved by Bogema, 43 remaining. That'll be a broken stick on the play. Forest Hills come up with that, and we have a penalty here in the final minute. Cross-checking is the call. 37.7 remaining here. Cougars getting 2 goals in this period to Forest Hills 1. The number 13, Cure Cumming, gets the cross-checking minor. Put the Cougars on the power play, which they are 0 for 4 tonight. 0 for 3 here in the third period. Weirda gives down to Onstop. Onstop back up to Weirda at the slot. Long shot deflected intentionally wide, and an early whistle again from the referees. Had too many of those tonight. Negating scoring chances for both teams. As early whistle of Shalfoon earlier in the period came out to play it and didn't have the puck fully. Draw to the right of Bogema. One up to Hogan Weirda. Cross-ice pass, one-timer blocked in front. That came courtesy of Jacob Onstad. Excuse me, that's Danny Nelson who had that shot there as he's back in his own net to control. He's speeding up the left wing, 9 seconds remaining. Checked along the near boards, 5 seconds remaining. Battle for that, and that will just about do it as the Cougars fall to the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks-Huskies tonight, 5-2. When we come back, we'll have a full game recap and a final look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we say goodnight. You're listening to Cougar Puck. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside here in Patterson Ice Arena as the Cougars fall to the Hawks-Huskies tonight by a score of 5-2. Scoring summary on the night. Take a look back at the first period. Elmiason opened up the scoring on a power play goal from Nicholson and Cumming, 4:48 into the first period. Then a little bit later, Gunnarsson got a goal from Kane and Cure Cumming, making it 2-0 in favor of the Hawks-Huskies. The Huskies would add another one on as Hector Cumming got another goal. Got a goal tonight with an assist from Ryan Schneider. That goal actually came courtesy of Curecoming, not Hector. In the second period, there was only one goal scored as Nicholson had an unassisted goal in the second period. And then the Cougars got one in the third, making from Danny Nelson. Rollins and Holloman got the assist on the goal. That made it 4-2. Then Kramer without a goal on a breakaway as he got a long stretch pass, walked in clear as day, got past the defense and snapped it past the glove hand side of Chalfoun. And then Clay would get a goal with a little bit of time remaining as he got a cross-ice pass from Nelson on a 2-on-1 and potted it to make it 5-2. Power play summary tonight. Forest Hills went 1 for 4 on the power play, while CC went 0 for 5. Lucas Chalfoun made 21 saves on 26 shots, while his counterpart, Braden Bogema, made 18 saves on 20 shots. That wraps up the game summary tonight. Now we'll take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Griffins, as I mentioned earlier, defeat the Belleville Senators 5-2 at Van Andel Arena. Goals for the Griffins came courtesy of Turner Elson, Wade Megan there, as well as a couple of other scores. Those were Vili Sariarvi, Axel Holmstrom, and Matt Pumple getting the goals for the Griffins, and Logan Brown and Morgan Kimchuk got the goals for Belleville. Now we take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the NHL. Detroit, with about 10 minutes left in the third, lead the Minnesota Wild by a score of 5-2. Scores for Detroit, once the page loads, give me a second here. Goal scorers for the Red Wings, Tyler Bertuzzi scored, and Luke Kunin tied it up in the first. Then in the second, Niederreiter made it 2-1 Minnesota before Thomas Vanek tied up the game, making it 2-2, and then Thomas Vanek added yet another one to make it 3-2. In the third, Tyler Bertuzzi has scored twice, giving him a hat trick on the night as the Red Wings look to beat Minnesota, and they are currently leading 5-2. Well, that just about does it for us here at Patterson Ice Arena as the Catholic Central Cougars fall to the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Huskies 5-2. Next Friday, the Cougars will head home to face Byron Center Bulldogs at 8. That will be the annual Teddy Bear Toss game to benefit Danny Nelson's Bear Hugs Foundation. Bring a teddy bear, and when the first goal is scored, you can throw it on the ice. We'll be on the air for that about 7:55. Until then, my name is Reagan Cleve saying so long from Patterson Ice Arena as the Cougars fall to the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks-Huskies by a final score of 5-2. Thanks for listening. Have a great night, everybody.